Hello everybody, IMakeLevels here, and welcome to my brutally honest 3-minute mod review where I help you find the best of the best mods while hopefully avoiding the worst of the worst. Today we are taking a look at The Masked Prisoner made by Mike Anderson for Half-Life 2 Episode 2. The Masked Prisoner is a fairly cut and dry, rather short mod about a special guy that lands in a Combine prison for unknown reasons. After some wandering around with no incentive to explore and very few to no narrative elements unfolding for you, you end up in a resistance camp that, surprise, enlists you to basically save everybody. Spoiler alert, I did not like this mod. Here is why. First off, just to get it out of the way, the environment is very much a first pass. Practically everything is brushes. Nothing looks natural or organic. Hallways are dull and boring. Cover in combat areas basically consists of cubes or rectangles to hide behind. Some mobs spawn from walled-off cubed areas that are blatant monster closets. The mod description says watch the story unfold before your eyes, but in the prison walkthrough, there are numerous NPCs milling around with no story, unfolding before anyone's eyes. Who are these people? How did they get here? Can I help them in some non-shooty way? Can I be rebellious to the Combine guards? Absolutely not! In the prison section, you have one path to follow and only one path. Everything else is blocked off by Combine. But it doesn't matter since there's no reason to explore anyway. The main puzzle element, once you do start subverting your captors, involves energy beams, but there's no real training involved, so there will likely be a bit of wondering what the heck you're supposed to do once you get to the first puzzle elements. Luckily, since the environment is so bare, there is very limited number of things that you can even try out before you stumble onto the solution. Most of the combat involves rather long distance shooting with other Combine guards with either the pistol or the SMG. It makes for some awkward combat due to accuracy issues, and it takes longer than it needs to. And even though there were one or two specific combat setups that I did like, the rest of them I found were rather boring and uninspired. The ending robs the player of feeling empowered, as it is ultimately resolved by other NPCs in the area, while the player character is in a restrictive and passive state. Thus, the mod concludes with a whimper instead of a roar. And to mitigate my Negative Nancy badge, I thought the voice acting was actually pretty well done, considering it was for someone with a very distinct accent. If I was reviewing mods based on potential, this would be a sure win. I can squint and see the possibilities. Unfortunately, when you throw things out for public consumption, it is, unfairly or not, considered a finished product. You can't really pull early access shenanigans with mods, especially with a 30-minute mod. Especially for an author who works in the video game industry.